Donald Trump was another public figure that was tweeting about his disappointment in yesterday's election results.
This ought to be good.
In fact, Brian Williams called him out at one point and said that his tweets had gone from, just being regular tweets to being like borderline irresponsible and embarrassing. Yeah.
Borderline. Borderline. I love how tepid the mainstream media is. I mean, I'm glad Brian Williams called him out.
Yeah.
There's nothing borderline about it. It's irresponsible, it's stupid, it's asinine.
Let me tell you his exact words. He said that the tweets had driven well past the last exit to relevance and veered into something closer to irresponsible.
We talked about this during Current's coverage of the election last night. Trump used to have a brand that was a really valuable brand. Trump meant rich. That's why people paid for the name of Trump.
And now it means clown.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's literally what I said on air yesterday. It means clown. Now, who wants to put a clown on a building? He used to be able to charge millions of dollars. He didn't run the buildings. Somebody would run the building and they'd pay him for his name. Now, if you put Trump on a building, it sounds like you're having a circus in there. So who would want to pay for that? So that leads us to Trump's quotes from last night.
All right, so many tweets. We're just going to read you 7 of them. There are many more than that. First one was, well, back to the drawing board.
All right. Oh, well, poor you. Okay. I can't wait to see what he comes up with in the drawing board. Jesus.
By the way, contrary to Victoria Jackson's 5,000 followers, geez, 1.8 million?
No, but this is the same jackass when Michael Schur asked him in Vegas. He was doing a press conference, and Michael, our political correspondent, was there and said, why should people care about your endorsement? He said, I have a lot of Twitter followers. Okay, that's true, but Snoop Dogg has more than 4 times your Twitter followers.
Yeah.
So does that mean his endorsement is worth 4 times your endorsement? So here he's upset. He says, let's go back to the drawing board. Let me come up with other crazy conspiracy theories against Obama. But we're just getting warms up. That's nothing.
Number 2, he lost the popular vote by a lot and won the election. We should have a revolution in this country.
All right, 2 things I love about this. Jackass has no idea how politics works. President Obama did not lose the popular vote. At the time, he was trailing in the popular vote. That's because they hadn't counted the entire West Coast. California, Washington, Oregon, deeply Democratic. When you count them, it turns out President Obama won the popular vote by about 2 or 3 percentage points. Oops. That's what happens when you don't know anything and you hit Twitter anyway. And then the other part of it is revolution. Now, wait a minute. I remember in the year 2000 that the Republican won the Electoral College, supposedly, because they stopped her again. Anyway, and the Democrat won the popular vote. I don't remember Trump calling for a revolution.
Surprising.
Yeah, weird.
He continues to tweet, the phony Electoral College made a laughingstock out of our nation. The loser won, when he should have written it in a different way.
No, but that spelling error is awesome. I'm not one to ride people on the internet for spelling errors. Who cares? But you're sending out this tweet to 2 million people. You're supposed to be like this guy who's super successful and you know what you're doing. And you write the loser won and you misspell. I mean, you want to talk about a loser.
That's really embarrassing.
Loser. Oh my, you know what? He's loser number 1.
Yes.
That's what it is.
We can't let this happen. We should march on Washington and stop this travesty. Our nation is totally divided.
But the nation would have been totally divided if Romney had won. If Romney had won by a little bit, the nation would be totally divided. In fact, Bush won by as narrow a margin as is possible in 2000. And this guy was like, awesome, yes, Bush. So when the Democrats win, we're divided. When the Republicans win, we're not divided.
Yeah.
And it seems to me from these tweets that the man has never heard of the Electoral College. He's like, what is this thing about the Electoral College? Well, this is a travesty. The wrong guy, too. Jackass continues.
Let's fight like hell and stop this great and disgusting injustice. The world is laughing at us.
Wrong again, Bob. The world is laughing at you. That's what's happening.
More votes equals a loss. Revolution.
He's a child. He's a child. He's just figuring out how elections work. Oh my God, one guy can get more votes, but then the other guy becomes president? What the fuck?
I think the most depressing part about this is it reinforces the notion that most of the time, tremendously rich people are also extremely stupid. Right? Like, so they always have this like argument about like, oh, I worked so hard for my money. I went to school. I started a business. I did this. I did that. Right? It's because you're lazy. It's all the lazy people who can't be as wealthy as we are. But then you see, first of all, if the hardest working people in this country were the wealthiest people, gardeners would be insanely wealthy.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Donald Trump bankrupted 4 different companies. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't have any idea what he's doing. The only thing he knows is if I run my mouth loud enough. And by the way, he started with a huge advantage. His dad was a multimillionaire. Of course. But the Trump. That's the one thing he figured out.